Today we're going to talk my top 10 favorite wrestlers right now. We're not talking 96, Steve Austin, 4th grade, Ultimate Warrior, 98, Corporate Rock, 99, Ministry of Darkness, Undertaker, 2011, CM Punk. We're not talking who your favorite is of all time. We're talking right this second, 2024. Now, I did steal this idea from Simon Miller, so I'm going to change it up a little bit, just add a little bit of spice to that recipe and make it my own. I'm excluding all wrestlers who have main evented a WrestleMania. So that instantly excludes Roman and Cody, because you know I'm going to put Roman at top, and that's a no-brainer. So I thought I would make it interesting, get rid of all main eventers. So that means The Rock can't be in it either. Sorry, Final Boss. But what really hurts is that also means Bianca Belair and Drew McIntyre can't be in it, because Bianca Belair, WrestleMania 37 Night 1, and Drew McIntyre, even though it sucked because it was in a warehouse, WrestleMania 36 Night 2. So those two are off the table. So number 10 is Xavier Woods. Out of nowhere, Xavier Woods has jumped up to be one of the most entertaining, intriguing parts of Monday Night Raw, and I am just loving his new character in that he's not really a heel, but he kind of is, or at least he's a really big jerk of a face, because he won't attack you when you're down, but he's not going to help you either. The only person he's going to ever help is his buddy Kofi. That's it. And Kofi wants to help everybody, but Xavier Woods wants to help no one. Jey Uso beats him. He goes to shake Xavier Woods' hand, and Xavier's like, walks off. And Kofi's like, why, man? He was trying to say you did a good job. He's like, why is he trying to tell me I did a good job? He won. Congratulations, you won. And he's walking off. Braun Breaker attacks Jey Uso. Kofi wants to help, but Xavier Woods is holding him back because it's not our business. And that's just so funny that Xavier Woods doesn't want to help anybody but Kofi, and Kofi just wants to help everybody, and Xavier Woods justified. He's tired of losing all the time, and he just keeps losing more and more and more, and this is definitely headed towards a breakup, but right now, let's just enjoy this ride, because suddenly, the New Day have something to do, and really digging what Xavier is doing. This before heel character is really awesome, and I can't wait until he becomes an actual full-fledged heel. And my current favorite thing to do on this channel right now is tell people how much I want to quit my job and become a full-time YouTuber. I think that's hilarious. In fact, Dominic and Alan out there, I just want to wave to you. They're like kids of one of my employees, and they tell her, your boss wants to quit his job. And then I go in and I'm like, nah, I don't want to quit my job. Hey guys, I want to quit my job. And how will I do that? I'm going to give this belt away. But how will I determine the winner? Comment below, and I will randomly pick somebody to win this belt. No joke, I will do it. Free shipping, free everything. You will win this belt. All you gotta do, subscribe, comment below, so I can get to 10,000 subscribers on my journey, my path, my quest, if you will, to become full-time status on YouTube. And I can quit my job. And you'll get a belt. 10,000 subscribers. We're almost there, guys. So comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Number 9 is Tiffany Stratton. It was a toss-up between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. They're kind of attached at the hip right now. But I told you I stole this idea kind of sort of from Simon Miller. I didn't watch his video because I didn't want to be swayed by him. But before I turned it off, I did know that he had Nia Jax as his number 10. So I didn't even put Nia on my list because, again, I didn't want to copy. But that just freed up room for Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffy time, guys and girls. For somebody who's been in the business for, I don't know, a cup of coffee, she is so good, so great. She's got her character down, and she probably has 10 to 15 more years left on her career. This is an amazing find. Tiffany Stratton is so good. She reminds me of like that 80s movie, that snobby cheerleader who is too good for everybody. She was just super popular. Or you ever see Glee, that high school show where everybody sang? There was like the cheerleader squad. She's one of those cheerleaders, but she never had a redemption arc. She's just always a giant B word. However, though, we are slowly seeing a face turn for Tiffany Stratton. I think she'll be a good face too. She's just really, I think she just can do it all. She just has such a natural ability to be a heel. Just her ego and just being a prissy little Barbie doll who could actually beat you up. Love it. Number 8 is Carmella Hayes. I did not like Carmella Hayes when he first jumped into SmackDown. And then he started in this, like, forever long feud, one-upmanship with Andrade. And I was like, oh God, here we go. But somehow, some way, they kind of won me over. And Carmella Hayes in particular, there was this one moment, they were backstage. It was just so funny. Andrade has got like 2 wins on him, but he beats Andrade like 1 time, maybe twice, I can't remember exactly, but he's not even like winning more than Andrade. He's at the very least tied. And he goes up to Andrade, who just lost to LA Knight or something, and he's like, hey, put the fries in the bag, you're washed. And then Andrade just got mad and they just started fighting. Could you imagine going up to someone when they're at their lowest, when they're down, and then you're like, put the fries in the bag, you're washed? That was just so funny. And since then, I've been really keying in on these little backstage moments with Carmella Hayes. I am so glad that they pivoted from him being this like young up-and-comer to this brash, arrogant, egotistical rookie, because that Carmella Hayes has won me over. Number 7 is Chelsea Green. I love this girl. She is so funny. She is doing something that is very rare in that she is actually carrying programs and feuds without a title involved whatsoever. So much upside to her, and the best part is, we haven't even touched the surface of her wrestling ability. Chelsea Green is an excellent wrestler. Really, she is. But her comedy side, her character side, gets so much airplay right now that we're not really focused in on what she can do in the ring. So eventually, I think we'll see it. But right now, you know, her character's everything. And let me say this, too. Her segments, most of the time, are even better than the segments with the title. Chelsea Green is absolute gold right now. Number 6 is Dirty Dom Mysterio. Dirty Dom, oh, he is such an awesome character. I cannot believe that this is the Dominic Mysterio that used to carry his dad on his back and just show up smiling and happy to be here. And you want to know what that actually makes me like him the most? I mean, I do love that he cannot get a word out with the crowd just booing the crap out of him. But what makes me like him the most is the fact when he goes on interviews, he stays kayfabe. He will literally say, oh yeah, F my dad. He was such a deadbeat. People will be like, yeah, that's hilarious. But really, how does it feel to work with your dad? F my dad. He might not even mean my dad. Look at how I resemble Eddie Guerrero. I questioned my mom. I love that. They even went to a UFC match one time, him and Rey Mysterio, and they sat apart. We know they came together, but when it came for airtime, they sat them apart. Dominic Mysterio is so committed to this role that he won't even be seen with his dad in public. That is, wow, chef's kiss. I love Dominic Mysterio. LA Knight, yeah, LA Knight, that dude screams champion. I think what really holds it back is they're not giving him really much to work with. They literally let him come out and, you know, say a couple things and go back. It's a testimony that he's so high on my list when he has barely anything to do. He just has so much charisma. He is literally The Rock and Austin fused together in this amalgamation of an attitude star in the current product. If they gave LA Knight the ball, he would run so far with it, nobody would ever catch him. LA Knight, oh man, if they weren't so committed to what they're committed to right now, I am telling you that LA Knight really literally could be a Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I'm not saying he is the next Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I am saying that when Stone Cold was given the ball, there was no top stars left. And Stone Cold then, you know, he took it, he ran with it, and he raised up everybody with him. Right now, though, LA Knight, he's surrounded by top stars. It's a whole different scenario. And so even if he was given the ball, it wouldn't be the same. Stone Cold was an island unto himself while LA Knight is surrounded in shark-infested waters. I just don't know if LA Knight will ever make it to that next level because the playing field is so stacked right now, and it sucks because he is so good. He feels like a champion. He feels important. He just oozes charisma, aura, if you will. On the mic, in the ring, the guy's money. The guy is money. Oh, one more thing I'm not putting on this list are NXT people. Because I don't watch NXT every single week, I usually get to watch it 2 to 3 times a month, so I tend to miss 1 or 2 episodes. So I'm just leaving those characters off the playing field, but if I could, you know I'd put Omofemi on here, because Omofemi's amazing and awesome, and the moment he jumps onto the main roster, he's going on the list. Anyways, number 4, Yeet, Jey Uso. He can pull off those colors and look cool. Baby blue and white, magenta, whatever these colors are, he can do it. He can literally wear a giant picture of his face with sunglasses saying Yeet, and you're like, that's the coolest guy to ever walk this earth. Yeet. I think he gets a pass for everything. I think no matter what he does for the rest of his life with the WWE fans, he gets a pass because we watched him get abused for 4 freaking years, maybe 3 or 4 years in the Bloodline. That dude was just, he was put through the ringer emotionally. Ouch. Ouch. It sucked. It was awkward and painful watching what would happen to Jey Uso sometimes. And now he came out on the other end, just a single star. Like, that dude, we love you, Jey Uso. And I don't care if he doesn't wrestle on par with Bret the Hitman Hart, because I'll tell you something, he has a connection with the crowd that is unparalleled. Daniel Bryan, right? One of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time. But what do we really care about? Yes. That's right. We care more about Daniel Bryan, the character, and the yes movement than we do care about his label lock. As long as he doesn't do 23 super kicks in a match, I'm happy with the matches he gives because of the presentation of his character. I cannot wait for him to go back into the Bloodline and then come back out of the Bloodline and go back for that Intercontinental title. And who knows, maybe a World Championship title is in this future too. Oh, we could hope. We could hope. Number 3. Gunther! Oh, Gunther. Gunther's such a troll. I love this dude. Or maybe a troll. Is he a troll? He's a bully. And just like we were talking about how I don't really care if Jey Uso is awesome in the ring, I care about his character. That's kind of how I am with Gunther too. Gunther is actually awesome in the ring. He's the opposite of Jey Uso. He's amazing in the ring. But guess what? I'm not really caring about that Gunther in the ring. I mean, I really appreciate it, and I do want to see these matches. I do like good matches, but what I'm really digging about Gunther right now is when he comes to the ring, all smug, and he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Jey Uso, ladies and gentlemen, Bret the Hitman Hart. Give it to him. And we're just waiting for that one smart aleck line that he's going to toast you with. And you were my second favorite wrestler, right behind Bill Goldberg. Holy crap, that was so funny. Gunther just knows how to cook. He will compliment, and then destroy you. And he'll have the same face the whole time with just a little bit of a smirk after he destroyed you. I said Tiffany earlier was one of those cheerleaders from the 80s or Glee. Well, Gunther, he is the college bully, the college frat boy who plays tennis, has a sweater wrapped around his neck, got all the money in the world, and he is going to make sure that you street trash don't elevate yourselves. Gunther is so freaking amazing in the ring. But what makes him number 3 on my list, he has low-key personality, which is just, oh, so funny, so hilarious. Number 2 is CM Punk. We're not talking Summer of Punk, okay? We're not talking 2011 Pipe Bomb CM Punk. We're talking 2024 CM Punk, the guy who came back after 10 years, a guy who just wrapped up a feud with Drew McIntyre, best feud of the year, the guy who spent a bunch of time in AEW and realized that, you know what? Maybe WWE is not so bad. Came back and he is everything that we always knew he could be. This is CM Punk, not just enjoying wrestling, but, I don't know, thriving in it. He is a giant name, and he doesn't have to deal with the craziness of Vince McMahon or just the toxic work environment. This is CM Punk without any chips on his shoulder, other than the fact that he still has something to prove, and that is to main event WrestleMania. You can tell he's enjoying himself. He is so good, right? He was so good bitter, but now that he's enjoying himself, it's even better. And I love his storytelling. He might not have the catchphrases that The Rock or even LA Knight have. He knows how to tell a story. I don't think there's a better storyteller than CM Punk. He literally can start at this little trivial thing and weave a tapestry of a thread to create this beautiful story where suddenly we're engrossed in it, and then we're part of it, and it's part of the bigger picture, and this is why he must conquer Drew McIntyre. This is why he came back. This is why such and such. CM Punk, just so freaking amazing. And I love that he's from an older generation in that he still understands how it used to be, the traditions of old, and he brings them to today as a current wrestler and kind of passing it on to this generation. I'm just loving CM Punk as an active elder wrestler right now, and he's in a better place mentally, which just translates, and I'm just really happy for the guy, and I'm glad he's enjoying it because he is putting on banger after banger. He's had 3 matches and 1 Royal Rumble, and yet feud of the year. That's how good this guy is. And number uno is Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu. Amazing. Awesome. And you might be like, oh yeah, well, I would be amazing and awesome too if I was booked to beat the top 3 baby faces. Okay, so you're going to tell me you're going to turn that down? Hey, Jacob Fatu, would you mind beating up Cody, Randy, and Kevin Owens in your first night? Nah, I don't want to look too strong. Heck no. Yeah, I'm going to beat them up and show them all my good moves. And man, I'll tell you what, he destroyed those guys. We haven't even touched upon what he could do. We haven't even scratched the surface. He's so good and amazing that just him going nose to nose, face to face with someone is a moment. When Roman Reigns is beating up the entire bloodline, we're all like, yeah, Roman, yeah, Roman. But then Jacob Fatu enters the ring and there's a stare down. Everybody's like, oh, what's going to happen? Jacob Fatu has so much aura points. I think I said aura already. I'm trying to limit that word. But yeah, he has so much aura that it's insane. When he went nose to nose with Braun Breaker, that was the loudest pop of the night. Not Solo Sikoa getting speared by Braun Breaker, but just Jacob Fatu standing in your way is enough to make an entire crowd go into a frenzy. That's just the magic of Jacob Fatu. I can't fully explain it. Now, I do have prior knowledge of Jacob Fatu, and maybe that's swaying me, but I don't know. I don't know. The fact that the whole WWE arena just went ballistic over him and Braun Breaker going nose to nose, eye to eye, face to face, just salivating at the thought of them fighting makes me believe that whether or not you have prior knowledge of how great and awesome Jacob Fatu is, you recognize how great and awesome Jacob Fatu is, and that's why he's number 1 on my list, because I'm recognizing that. I acknowledge Jacob Fatu. I acknowledge everybody on this list. and just, yeah. So those are my current top 10 favorite wrestlers. What are some of yours? If you don't want to do a whole 10, give me your top 3. But the caveat is this. Has to be your top 3 right this second and cannot ever have main evented a WrestleMania. Put that in the comments below and have yourselves a good day.